Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Crispy, and I sense it's time to play some Stitch. This is a new indie game that came out last week for the Nintendo Switch during the Indie Direct. Kind of shadow dropped, came out of nowhere. And I gotta say, when I watched the trailer, I was not intrigued at all. But then something made me go, maybe this could just be something to just relax to and just, I don't know. I'd watched the trailer and I didn't really get what was going on because everything was moving so fast and it wasn't really explained what you do in this game and how it really works. So I'm going to try to do my best to slow things down at a point here, like we're doing right now, and show you and explain to you how it works, and also explain to you why I believe this is one of the most relaxing and incredibly addicting games currently available. It has tons and tons of content currently, plus it will have weekly updates so that you can continue playing the game weekly. And then just this is the game. It's kind of what's the name of those games? Like a Sudoku. In a way it's got like Sudoku elements to it, but I'm not great at Sudoku. I'm not great with numbers. So something like this though, you don't have to be. You just have to kind of think the spots through at times. So what you're doing is, you don't have to, at first I thought you had to start directly on the number, and you don't. You just have to make sure that the space gets filled based on the numbers available. And so that's the first hurdle that you have to get through to remember. And there's all sorts of different sizes and types of these puzzles. They start really small. This is actually a rather big one that I'm showing off here, this teddy bear. It's actually a rather big one, but you can see all you do is you click on the area and you just slide to cover the area. And basically, if you got to cover an area of 3, somewhere within that 3, you make sure that you get 3 slots. And then when it's a big number like that 6 there, you'll see in a second, you'll know that you can fan it out more instead of going in a straight line. The 3s and the 2s and the 4s, they have to go in straight lines. So that will, let's see right there, I know that rewatching this I messed up. That 4 needs a space that can't be achieved at this current setting. And so now I'm realizing that, and I'll go back and I'll have to re-edit it. It's very simple. You just go back and you click over it. You can click B to cancel everything that you've done in the area, and then redo it from there. And so sometimes it's gonna take you a second to realize exactly how you have to do it, but it's really just a process of elimination, and very rewarding when you're done, because you're creating these beautiful stitched pieces, and it's a unique art style. It's like a crocheting or something like that. And it's really fun to watch how these colors are coming together and they're looking like little stitches. And then when the spot gets complete, it gets completely conformed and smoothed out. It's very nice to look at. But yeah, see, there you go. With the 6s with bigger numbers like that, you can see things spread out. And it's very nice when you can have a bigger number to spread things out, and you know you don't have to go in these exact straight lines. And then sometimes you get one that's super easy like this, like it really makes sense. You're like, oh, it's just a bunch of 2s. So we're just going to speed it up here so you can see what a fully complete one looks like. And yeah, basically there's no time there's no timer. There's no sense of urgency. You're not getting more points for finishing things faster. Although, after like really staring at this and everything, it does kind of. I do challenge runs and speed runs type things on some of the games here on my channel, and this has kind of got me thinking. I'm like, you could kind of like speed run this, like individual categories in here. Like there's a beginner section and an advanced section. You might be able to like make a little speedrunning challenge mode out of this if you wanted. But so yeah, when you finish the build, this is what it looks like. You get a final score. And what's cool, what I felt while playing this was it scratches that itch of leveling up like you do in an RPG and unlocking things and also collecting things, because as you're beating some of these, you're adding them to a collection that you can go back and you can view them in again, and you're unlocking new modes. So we'll take a look here in a minute of how you unlock the weekly by doing a certain amount, but you see all these different categories, and they will group them so you can have food and drinks, you can have abstracts, outdoors, there's additional packs available already in the shop, and it's just really cool. There's animals, like all sorts of different ones. Not a lot of different settings to choose from. I thought that was a little odd. And the only other thing, well, here's your controls right there too, so you can basically get the controls down. The other cool thing is if you play this in handheld mode, it does have touch controls, and that's probably the most optimal way to play this, really. Touch controls are just so much better than a controller. It really is just the perfect game to just wind down and end your day with. Just nice, relaxing, pleasant music, pleasant scenery, and you're kind of creating art. It does have an optional mode too, where you can recolor and you can replay. So you can replay to get a higher score, or if you want to do the challenge I talked about where you're timing yourself. There is truly a lot of content packed into this little indie title. Really can't say enough good things about this game. There is no other way to really say it. I'm going to show off a couple more hoops, they call them, here, just in super fast mode. This is not at all how quickly I did them. You can do them, as quickly or as slowly as you want. Also, something I forgot to mention is there is, when you have these bigger ones, you're able to like scroll across the screens and zoom in and out. And there's also a hint button, so you can use hints if you ever get stuck. And you get less points for using hints, but if you really get stuck and you really want to beat it, there are going to be some more challenging ones for sure. Like right here, I got stuck on this last part of this xylophone here for a long time. You can see me going over it multiple times, having to like really figure out how to fit these numbers in there. And actually, it might have been deducting points based on how many times I reset. I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe if you want to sit there and really stare at it, you might be able to figure it out. But yeah, so it shows you your completed hoops. I don't think I did it in this video, but there is a way on your completed hoops you can click on them, and you can go into a free stitch mode, they call it, and you can customize and change the colors up any way that you want. So if you want to get really artistic with this stuff, you can do that as well. And then, yeah, I'm just showing off other hoops here that, kind of a sense of all the different types there are. And yeah, just don't let it discourage you. This is a game that, at first glance you'd be like, I'm not a person that sews or stitches or any of that stuff, but you don't have to be to enjoy something like this. And it just puts your mind at ease and is very relaxing. It's actually something I'm contemplating streaming Let me know in the comments below. It'd be something that you'd want to see me stream on the channel sometime. Just a nice relaxing sit back and chill stream where we're talking while completing these. This last tube right here is huge. It says easy, but it is ridiculously huge, so it's kind of intimidating that it takes quite a long period of time. And you do it in such a small section. Some of these can get really, really massive. It's kind of outrageous, but so you can play this game in very short sessions. Some of these hoops will take you anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to complete, and some of the larger ones can take you anywhere between a half an hour to an hour to complete, really. Like, there is a lot of time and gameplay in this game, and the best part is being an indie title and something just unique. They really probably could have charged a lot more for it, but it's only $14.99. And it's available right now on the Nintendo Switch. And again, handheld mode is just an amazing way to play this. I would highly recommend handheld mode more than controller, and that's not something you'll often hear me personally say. I was born with a controller in my hand. I love controllers, but definitely when you can play this in handheld, play it in handheld. Highly worth it. Extra packs, I don't know how much they cost, but eventually they might be worth it because you might get addicted enough where you want to just keep going. But that is Stitch. It is an incredibly relaxing and addicting game that I highly recommend you pick up. Available now on the Nintendo Switch for $14.99. If you want to see more of this game, please let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more. I enjoy playing all types of different games on the channel here. So you'll see quick looks from me, you'll see live streams from me, and they'll be on a whole slew of different types of styles and titles. So please subscribe, come back for more. We have a lot of fun here. We have a great community we're building, and definitely looking forward to playing many more games and looking into more of this game as well. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time, and until next time, always remember, stay crispy.